Time in YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of Deck Profiles. Today we are going to be looking over the Lurantis-GX card from Sun and Moon. It has been getting a ton of hype over the last little bit, having a pretty decent exposure at Anaheim Regionals, and just overall in general on TCGO. It's just been one of those popular cards that's been played. So I was like, why not take a look at it? This thing has to be good, right? Right. Anyway, Lurantis-GX, 210 HP, Grass-type Pokemon, is a Stage 1, has 3 attacks, one being Flower Supply. For 1 Grass Energy, you're going to do 40 damage, but you get to attach 2 basic energies from your discard pile onto one of your fellow Pokemon. This includes Lurantis-GX that you're attacking with. So, if this is your main attacker, go into Solar Blade next turn for 2 Grass, 1 Colorless. You're going to do 120 damage, and you get to heal a little bit at the same time, which is really nice. Now, if you are in a bit of a jam, you can go for Chloral Scythe GX, which is going to cost you 1 Grass Energy, but you're going to do 50 times the amount of Grass Energy attached to this Pokemon. So, either with the help of like a Kukui or just a 4th energy, you could easily take out pretty much any card. Well, at least a 200 HP mon. Pretty much any basic EX and GX. So, Lurantis-GX has a pretty good setup, if you ask me. Now, we're going to showcase the other cards in here. It's going to be 2 Shaman to start. 110 HP, close Pokemon with setup. When you play this Pokemon from your hand onto your bench, you can draw cards until you have 6 in hand. It also has Sky Return for 2 colorless energy, 30 damage. You get to return it and all cards attached to it back to your hand. Probably will not be attacking with it if we don't have to. And lastly, we have the good old item locking king, Vileplume, 130 HP, Stage 2 Grass-type Pokemon with Irritating Pollen. Each player can't play item cards from his or her hand. Also, Solar Beam for 2 Grass, 1 colorless, 70 damage. We probably won't play it. With that being said, we have tried to cut our items down, utilizing our supporter range if we can. We are running 2 Professor's Letter. Just this way we can grab basic energies turn 1, otherwise Professor's Letter will be useless because we will have the Vileplume lock up. We have 4 Trainer's Mail. This is to siphon early game, kind of get ourselves going, and then hopefully before the item lock goes up, we'll have already got our situation going that we want. Same kind of idea goes for the Ultra Ball. Discard 2 cards from your hand, search your deck for a Pokemon, reveal it, put it into your hand. This is to get rid of a couple of the Grass Energy, get your Lurantis or your Vileplume that you need to get this lock set up early, and then getting the damage output with Lurantis. We have 4 Via Seekers. Put a supporter card from your discard pile back into your hand. These are to get those wonderful supporters that we have back into our hand, and that way we can kind of utilize every resource we have. Of course, we're going to have to play Via Seeker a little differently in this one due to the item lock. If we get a Via Seeker, kind of use it up right away, get those supporters back in the deck if we have to. Our stadium of choice is obviously going to be Forest Giant Plant. Each player's Grass-type Pokemon can evolve turn 1 or the first turn that they've come into play. It's beautiful because you can get Lurantis turn 1. You can technically get Vileplume turn 1 and really shut down your opponent, but you really don't want to get Vileplume turn 1 unless you're fully set up. Next up, we're going to go Brock's Grit, because Super Rod isn't playable under the lock, so Brock's Grit not only gets us more cards, but is a supporter. We can use it with the Via Seeker, kind of grab it back if we need it. You get to shuffle 6 of any combination of Pokemon and energy back into your deck from your discard pile. Then we've got a couple Lysander. Switch your opponent's bench Pokemon with his active. I don't know why I always say one of his active. There's only ever one. Then we've also got our Ends. Each player shuffles his or her hand back into their deck and draws cards equal to the amount of remaining prize cards. We have the Olympia because, again, we want to keep away from using item cards. Olympia is going to be here to help switch up the Pokemon, heal a little bit, but, you know, keep us safe a little bit as well. We are running the Pokemon Ranger because in case we run into, say, like a Glaceon or something, we want to remove all of the effects on my opponent's Pokemon, and this way we can continuously attack and do everything that we need to do. Next up, we are running a couple Kukui. Draw 2 cards. During this turn, your Pokemon's attacks do 20 more damage. This does boost us a little bit into range. We get 140 here, and this will put us to 170. Now, again, that's based on 3 energies on the Lurantis at the time. Now, you can easily run EVs with this as well. We might actually do that one next week, depending on situations and everything, of course, if Anaheim cards or decks are up. But we'll probably look at Lurantis again with the EVs a little later on. We also have our Sycamore. Discard your hand, draw 7 cards. Pretty much a staple in every deck right now. And then you've got the XP Share. Now, I like the XP Share because it is an item card, and it's not a necessary item card. Like, if I want to save my energy, my Lurantis is going to go down, I can put an XP Share onto a fellow Lurantis, and then one of their energies is going to be saved. With that being said, thanks to the item lock, it's not a necessary trainer card. Like, it's not a necessary tool. So having it is very, very nice, and not, you know what I mean. Like, if I don't have it, it's not the end of the world, but if I do have it, it makes things just so much better. Lastly, we are going to be running 8 Grass Energy. That will be the deck today. Let me know what you guys are running with Lurantis-GX, and let me know what kind of things that you would be doing, because I've said this many times in the past, I am no professional at deck building. I build to have fun, I build to showcase things to you guys, and it's my learning experience as well. But with that, let's see just how well Lurantis-GX does on the TCGO boards with a few quick matches. Alright guys, our first matchup is against Kunhyo. I'm sorry. Kunyo? Kunya. Must be Kunya. I'm sorry, I butcher names all the time. It's what I do best. We are gonna go first here. Get us that opportunity kind of set up. I like it. Gonna lead in with the good old Fomantis. We will put down Oddish, but we will save Shaman for a little later. Kind of hoping to draw a Fomantis here, because then I could drop the XP Share down. We are going to get a Trainer's Mail instead. We're going to grab that Ultra Ball. This is going to be absolutely beautiful, because I can grab my Lurantis on this one, which is... I can't do that. I can't do that because I don't have... If I get rid of the professors, I'm looking to eliminate my hand, is what I'm doing, and then when I Shaman I can just drop. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to get another Fomantis here. Drop it down. Drop the Grass Energy down on the top Fomantis, drop the XP Share down onto the back Lurantis, Shaman, and we'll get a brand new hand of cards with pretty much everything set up. So if I can get a Forest... I didn't get much. Did not get much. I'm going to opt to... I'm going to just opt to Sycamore. My opponent didn't have too much, I don't think. I know it's turn 1, but... Okay, we got the Forest. We got a Lurantis. We got an Olympia in the back. We can go for this right up here. We can go for the... Gloom. Trainer's Mail into Via Seeker. Thank you. Now what I'm doing is I'm preparing my item lock. So turn 1 he'll have an item lock here. As long as everything goes according to plan. And I'm just checking who I may want. I'm going to grab the Sycamore. So this way, regardless of what happens next turn, I'll be able to go for some items. We're going to ditch these two and see if my Vileplume is accessible. It is. Here we go. Turn 1 item lock. We're going to get the items off. Turn my opponent's ability to use Fighting Fury Belts or anything like that away. There we go. Turn 1. And I have a Sycamore ready to go for the next turn. Means I have the opportunity to get a few more Pokemon going. Lurantis is also ready to attack with Flower Supply. Solar Blade will be the next turn. We've got a very nice board set up. My opponent is going with the Garbodor, which is not good. We do want to try and get rid of that. Delinquent, oh, that hurts so much. Down goes my Sycamore. We were prepared, we were ready. Didn't work out. We are going to get a simple Oddish, which we do not need. I'm going to go with the Flower Supply. We're going to attach both of these to the active Lurantis. I know that Tauros is going to rage up a bit, but 40 damage I'm not scared of. I ain't scared of that. And we can just go for a GX attack to remove the Tauros ASAP. Now my opponent can use items now, or actually he can't. The Garbodor is just not able to do anything. Thanks to Vileplume's item lock, it's just done. Down goes the good old Tauros, because that'll be 190 damage thanks to our GX attack. We will be able to get a Forest of Giant Plants, double Forest of Giant Plants in fact, get this Garbodor up here. It cannot use its ability because it does not have a tool card on it, which Vileplume is blocking very nicely. We're going to see a Team Skull Grunt. We have no energy in hand, which is absolutely fine by me. And we have a Sycamore in the back. We will go for a Forest of Giant Plants, go for the Sycamore, and we should be able to clean up here. That was it. Turn one. We locked them. We stopped them from going for Garbodor. We stopped them from really doing anything other than supporters. Solar Blade goes in. Like I said, guys, we're going to have some quick matches, and that was a quick match. Lurantis legit worked turn one. Bam, 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 bam. Got the Vileplume, got the Lurantis, got all that energy discarded. Literally turn one. And the Tauros is sitting there like... He had to actually be afraid of a little bug. Well, I guess it's a grass type, but either way. That was game one. Let's see if we're going to have some more challenge coming in our way in the second match. I don't know. It's TCGO. You never know what to expect. Alright, guys. Game number 2 is against TJ George 95 playing a fire deck. This is going to be putting us at a very disadvantageous spot because we are weak to fire. So my opponent will not need a whole lot of work to get us through here. We are seeing that it's going to be an Incineroar GX. This will be interesting because we have not covered Incineroar at this point. It is on the to-do list, as is Primarina. We are going to go two hands, no Pokemon. Our opponent did get one though. So unfortunately for us, they will get a free mulligan where we still have to shuffle. Even with all those good old basics, we still don't have anything. My opponent has seen my entire strategy at this point. Seriously, TCGO. I know shuffling is a big thing and all, but there we go. We got a couple basics. Oh boy. Oh boy. My opponent is going to be able to draw so many cards turn one. This is just not going to be a good... Not good. Not good. And we have no supporter or anything like that to really go off of. So we're going to see the Oranguru Litten. There's going to be a secondary Litten on the back. Drops the fire energy down onto Litten in the front. We see the town map. My opponent has a bunch of stuff currently in the prizes, which we're aware of. We are able to go for the Force of Giant Plants here. Getting our Lurantis turn one. Getting a nice energy drop. Come on, Ultra Ball. Yes! Exactly what we're looking for. This way I can get a Shaman, get myself a brand new hand. I do have to lose a Gloom, but that's okay. I can easily handle losing a Gloom. Easily handle losing a Gloom. So we can Shaman here, which we will. Now we do need to discard one more Grass Energy. We can drop a XP share down in the back, drop a Lurantis down the back. I can drop an XP share down onto Shaman, and then go for a second Shaman drop. We're looking for energy discard. Technically speaking, we could have had that, but we didn't. So we're going to go for an Ultra Ball here. We're going to sacrifice one of our stadiums, one of our ends, and we're going to get ourselves an Oddish line started. And here we go. And then at this point, I can just end. Now, we do have the Grass Energy in my hand, which is fine. I can easily just go for a Flower Supply, and this will start to do some damage to my opponent. I do need to set up the active one. But what is nice is we do have XP shares down here, so the Grass Energies can go down to the Shaman and down to the Lurantis. Shaman is used for the good old retreat cost. We're going to see a Kukui, and my opponent is going to be able to go for a nice Flare. Oh, actually, he's going to go straight into that Incineroar GX. This is actually going to hurt a ton because there's additional damage down. Now, my opponent is getting if I could read it. This deck does 20 for each of your benched fire Pokemon. So it is going to do a little bit of damage. 140. A lot of damage. A lot of damage. 150. We're just out of range. This is going to be a nice, quick matchup. But I kind of want... What do I want to do here? I can't take this thing out. Because I'll only put him at 190. And even still, I won't be in range of taking him out on the following turn either. I can Ultra Ball away these two. And get myself a Gloom. Unfortunately, I need a Kukui. Kukui is really the only thing that can boost me up. So that's what we're going to look for. Nope, no Kukui. No Kukui. And no Vileplume. So we are unfortunately going to have to go... Math in my head is not working. We're going for the Solar Blade. Do I have Grass Energy in the discard pile at this moment in time? No, I do not. So Flower Supply does not work out. I can hit for 150, putting him at... I can then... Ooh, that might be what we do. We're going to hit for... We had to hit for what we could. This is a very bad position we're in. A very bad position. My opponent has two potential Incineroars in the back. We're going to see the Oranguru go off, getting him another card. Incineroar just hit so hard early game with that Hustling Strike. Hustling Strike is going to go off. We are going to go down. And we're going to put a basic energy from Lurantis onto our Lurantis. And one onto his Shaman. My opponent is now taking his prize cards. And we have to go up with... I really don't have a choice. I've got to fight back as fast as I can here. If I can get a Kukui, that would be great. But I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening here, guys. Come on, Trainer's Mail, work with me. We have not ditched one. Take the XP share. Drop it down onto the Fomantis. I'm going to bring up... Do I bring up the Oranguru? Let's bring up the Oranguru and hit up a Flower Supply. I don't know if this is going to work, but I know he can't knock me out unless he gets that third energy, which he just did. And he got a Float Stone onto the Oranguru. We're going down, guys. Wow, we tried. Burning Slam GX is 400 damage. Oh, man. Oh, man. We are in such... We're crippled at this point. We have not gotten an item lock. We have not gotten Fomantis to do much. Oh, sorry. I do have to select energies. Alright. And now we'll put the Shaman up. It can do some damage. It can hit. And then we're going to put up our Gloom. Now, if my opponent has any Lysander, we're in trouble. Oh, now my Kukui shows up. You're late. You're late. Alright, we can go for a Sky Return here. Get this Shaman and all the cards attached to it off. And we will have to go into our own Gloom here. We're going to see another energy drop onto the Torcat in the back with an XP share. This good old freaking Incineroar GX might just be the end of us. We're going to see a Professor Sycamore, so it is not the last turn. We might clear this one, but that's it. When that other one comes in, we're just toast. Tiger Swing. It's going to hit us for 360 damage. Now we have a bit of a problem, and that is we don't have a Lurantis. Oh man, not even one knockout in this matchup. I'm dropping as many cards as I can. Already played the Grass Energy. I think we're lost, guys. I think we lost this one. But that's alright. Incineroar, when I saw the Incineroar deck, it was kind of expected. Well, I can go for a Kukui. And then get rid of this thing. No, yes, I can. Damage 40. Damage 40. It's okay. Brain hurts. Brain hurts. Fomantis got a kill, but Lurantis did not. Got a Pokemon Ranger and a Grass Energy, but that will be the game because this guy is fully set up and can just easily go for a Tiger Swing. That's all it takes. 260 damage. There we go. I'm done. We've lost this game. We're done. We're okay. We're okay. But that is it for us today. We did pretty good. Incineroar obviously destroyed us. But it could showcase that Lurantis does have a bit of a weakness in terms of keeping your attackers going. I know I'm a little bit disrupted here in my talking and my announcements, but it happens. Lurantis does need a little bit of support trying to keep its motivation keep itself going a little bit. So I think maybe the EVs might be a better partner. I haven't tested that yet, so I can't say. Because the EVs could have given me Vaporeon, which could have given me the opportunity to attack for weakness against the good old Incineroar, making it a little bit more of an even match, whereas I was just getting dominated left, right, and center. Now, I didn't get a chance to get that item lock off. Now, I admit 100% of all the cards we did, like we were at 13 cards left, we just got our first Kukui, as soon as our Lurantis that I needed to survive died. So, it does come down to card draw. I don't think we had a bad deck. I think we had a pretty strong deck and just got unlucky against type advantage in the last match. But with that though, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed this matchup. Lurantis is definitely something you gotta watch out for because it is such a powerhouse early game. But with that though, I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you are brand new here, please subscribe and I'll catch you guys in the next video. But until then, time out.